I'm guessing it's gonna be a certified Emeric moment.
I'm pretty sure it is. We've got two Emerics on the screen right now. Saykoya in player 2 playing the yellow Emeric versus Martin aka Spacefront playing the red Emeric on player 1 side.
Well, only one thing's certain. Somebody's going to get Emeric.
Yeah, someone is going to put a crystal down and we're going to see something interesting happen because of it. Or not, actually. We've definitely seen enough, like plenty of games where neither commander actually got to use Groove. Has definitely been a thing that has happened in a bunch of games. And ooh, Saykoya going on a very interesting line here. They're going to challenge Spacefront's Emeric.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I messed up my opening, so I'm like trying to salvage stuff here.
I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, I guess that grabbing that tower a bit early was a choice, but...
I'm not sure how things changed, but like the front switch is many times correct. It depends on show matchups and some other things. Here it will depend on. It also depends on like how much you want to use air units, whether you want to go for the early dragon, and in the Emeric matchup, it will depend on which side you want and can get a faster and better trap from.
Space we're going for a very interesting play there. Bring Emeric
Well,
into
it
the
looks
water.
good, right? It killed the sword.
It could kill the swords. I'm actually curious if attacking a commander that's on river with an injured commander is worth it. Well, Saykoya's gonna go for it. And they're gonna go for it from that tile. I would have got hit from above, but... oh, I guess, yeah, it comes out on top, so... Not a bad play. There's a mage nearby to back up as well, so...
But they get to heal. Yeah.
They do get to heal, that is true.
Yeah, now this looks better for Spacefront.
And yeah, while all
In
that was...
general,
oh, sorry, while all that was going on, a barge did move a trap forwards, so... we are going to get to see Trabarge come into play.
yeah, so in general, you sometimes need to pay tactically for the CO front switch. But after you manage it, if you don't pay that much for it, it turns out better for the CO who is on their own tower side. Oh no, walking back? I don't know why that happened. I guess to pick up the other village, maybe?
Okay, well, Saykoya's going to push on the left as only the mage is a bit out of range to that Harpy-Could wall. Quite nice. And we're going to see Emeric walk forward, hit a village that is within tier 2 treb range, or like tier 2 crystal treb range, so a little bit spooky, but it seems to be okay for the moment. I'm so curious how this is going to play out, and yeah, like, Spacefront's really close to having tier 2 crystal now. They could get it on the next turn if they really want to.
But yeah, it looks like your Emeric wants to be on your tower side, because that's also the best spot to launch a treb attack from, and it was better anyway because that's where you're gonna go, because your dragon comes out from there in Headland. So the front switch opening, which was in most cases I think the better opening, becomes even better in the Emeric Tito in Headland.
Yeah, this trebuchet is just gonna, I think, keep walking forwards. Stuff's just gonna... oh, actually, yeah, you don't even move the treb forward yet. Well, I guess you do if you really want to, but... you know, I was thinking, oh, you just, like, you know, treb crit a unit. So, like, there's less punishment on this front, but...
So is this enough range?
I think it is.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's pretty bad. That looks like a dead HQ to me.
Well, it only dies in 2 turns, so there's another turn after this.
Yeah, but doesn't look like the easiest thing to break.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, and yeah, that
depends.
even with the stronghold healing bug, I don't think that's gonna be enough. And there's some stuff going over on the left-hand side, but we don't really care about this that much. Oh, and the mage heal on the crystal. Ooh, that's pretty brutal. And yeah, Saykoya just doesn't have anything that breaks the stuff that's in front. Oh, but I guess mage crit on the balloon will work. And that is quite nice. Dog follow-up will kill. Okay, so he can hit the treb. He can hit it with an air trooper. Oh, but there's a mage heal, right?
Quite
There's
a bit
2
of
mage
damage.
heals. Yeah.
Yeah. You needed to kill the trap actually.
Yeah, you know, mountain defense on a trap.
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
But how do you even kill it? This mountain defense.
You can't.
Yeah, it's actually almost impossible to break this.
You need something ridiculous, right? Like
You need a
quadruple.
Caesar tier 2. That's what you need.
Oh yeah, so
Wolfar tier 2 might do it. I guess like if you had Sigurd tier 2, you could just walk in and eat it. Dark
And then
Mercia.
Lytra's probably the best. Because
Oh,
you
yeah,
care
like-
about the defense.
Actually, yeah, Lytra's pretty good. Oh, but yeah. Double mage
but
heal
none
will
of
do
the
it.
heroes are in this match, and so it ends.
Yep. And Spacefront takes it. Well played. Oh, yeah. I mean, that was basically the same thing we watched in our previous game.
It was very Emeric.
It was very Emeric. And this is Emeric and Wargroove 2, and I guess we're gonna see how this plays out. I think people are gonna figure some stuff out behind it. Like you're gonna have to be prepared to wall break. Because I feel like in this case, like Saykoya just didn't have the units needed to break this.
I had a knight with a frog to adjust where I wanted to crit. But then, like, Spacefront put a commander to the right of their treb, and I'm not gonna kill that on their crystal. So, like, I can only ever get 1 hit and from the forest. So, like, Air Trooper is my best option to damage the treb. And it did 45.
I wonder if we're gonna have to have map makers just like drop.
You know,
Like
maybe Treb should take a bit more damage too. Like it's the tank, like one of the tankiest units in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking back to like old Wargroove 1 stuff where we would put like certain flagstone tiles in places to prevent treb crits on strongholds. I wonder if we're gonna have to do that with like Emeric, where it's just like
You can't do it because it's like 5, 6, and 7.
yeah. I mean, I guess in this
Yeah.
case, for example, though, if we look up in the top left where that treb
I think
was, I think
you
it
probably like wanna just nerf Treb access really.
yeah, I think that's a good point. But I think
Like
in
if you
there.
put a bunch of like flagstone around the barracks where Trebs are built.
I think it's
then-
more just like very specific tiles where you could make like a really fortified position. Like on this map, you had the forest in front and the mountain tile, and it's just like, I think you just throw like one bit of
guess.
flagstone there, and then suddenly the treb can only hit it from like far more vulnerable spots.
or put beach.
Yeah, honestly, that would also work.
I guess that's fair.
But
But also,
Yeah.
I don't think this strat is like completely broken. I think.
Okay, well you don't ban Emeric. We'll see how that goes.
I mean, I'm very curious to see how this is gonna play out. Well, like obviously we're gonna like let people do stuff and not worry too much about it, because someone doing this in like a tester metal before anybody's really had time to think out a counterplay, like
It
that's-
looks super strong, but it doesn't look like unbeatable.
yeah. Well, we'll see what people do and what they figure out. I mean, there could be some cool like pistol stuff that gets figured out, some Lytra stuff, some Wolfar stuff. Yeah, but anyway, for the moment though, that was a very strong strategy, and I guess I look forward to seeing try and come up with counterplays to it and stuff like that.
I wonder how Tenry does against it.
Oh,
I mean,
Tenry
Tenry
would
can
be.
just yoink, but
Yeah.
also like, do you really want to use a Tenry groove like that?
I mean, maybe you do. Like if
I
you
mean,
win,
you have to, but yeah.
if you win if you do it and lose if you don't, then it's a good group. It's actually the optimal group, the perfect.
So do you groove the treb or the crystal then?
And it depends. If you can like make a lethal attack, then you groove the crystal. If you can't, then you groove the trap since it's like more value, right? Or is it? It could be that the crystal is actually more value.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it all depends, right? It's all situational. But anyway, for now,
Because it survives way too long. Forever actually with like just one mate. It's like not even that costly to keep it around forever.
yeah, like 150 a turn. And
Yeah, also before, like, if the crystal, there was a specific thing where, like, if the crystal is on a road tile and then you hit it with a crit, then it will die on the opponent's start of the turn because it takes 20. But now it takes 10, so it doesn't die. So you can't
Also,
one-shot a crystal anymore. Well, you couldn't if it was on planes anyways, but yeah.
yeah.
all right, well, for now we're gonna call it there. We're gonna go to the next game.